Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday Work Talk. I'm Sarah, and this podcast is for people who are learning English for work and want to speak more naturally and confidently in professional situations.
And I'm Ryan. In each episode, we take one work-related topic, a feeling, a challenge, something real from everyday life, and we talk about it in clear, simple English, explaining a few useful phrases along the way.
Today's topic is something many people experience but rarely talk about openly. That moment when your job suddenly feels boring. But first, Ryan, how's your morning going today?
Oh, pretty slow, honestly. I opened my laptop and just stared at the screen thinking, okay, anytime now, brain.
I did the same. I sat with my coffee for 5 minutes in complete silence, just waiting for motivation to magically appear.
Exactly. And sometimes that tired, quiet morning feeling connects to a deeper thought, that your job isn't exciting you the way it used to.
Yeah, totally. Sometimes nothing is wrong, but everything feels flat. Every day looks the same, and you feel unstimulated.
Right. So today we'll talk about why this happens and what you can do when your job starts to feel boring. Just simple, real ideas, nothing dramatic.
All right, let's get into it.
So let's talk about this feeling of boredom at work. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's just a quiet thought like, why does every day feel the same?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's not frustration or stress, just this slow, dull feeling, like the excitement faded.
And there's a useful word for that: disengaged. It means you're not fully connected to your work anymore. You're doing the tasks, but your mind feels distant.
Yes, like when you're typing something and suddenly realize you don't remember the last 5 minutes.
Exactly. And boredom at work often shows up quietly. It's not, I hate my job. It's more like, I feel nothing about it right now.
Yeah, or you finish a task and instead of feeling satisfied, you just think, okay, next, I guess.
Right. And sometimes that makes people think something is wrong with them, when actually, it's just a lack of stimulation. Your brain wants something to wake it up.
And there's another helpful phrase, to feel stuck. It means you feel like you're not moving forward, like every day is exactly the same routine.
Exactly. Feeling stuck doesn't mean the job is bad. It just means you need variety, challenge, or something meaningful to reconnect with.
And before we talk about solutions, it's important to understand these signs, because once you notice them, you can actually do something about them.
Another sign that your job is becoming boring is when tasks take longer. Not because they're difficult, but because you just don't feel motivated to start them. It's like your brain keeps saying, later, later.
Yeah, exactly. You open a file, stare at it, and think, maybe after another coffee. It's not stress, it's just zero excitement.
And here's a useful phrase: low engagement. It means your mind isn't fully involved in what you're doing. You're performing the task, but mentally, you're floating somewhere else.
Yes, I know that feeling. You read the same paragraph 5 times, and every time your brain says, nope, still nothing.
Exactly. And this isn't laziness. It's your brain saying, I need something new, something different to wake me up.
Right. And boredom can also appear as restlessness. Checking the clock every 10 minutes, switching tabs, pacing around, opening the fridge for no reason.
Yes, restlessness is your mind searching for stimulation. When work doesn't offer variety or challenge, the brain goes looking for something else to focus on.
And honestly, that restlessness can feel uncomfortable. You don't hate your job, but you also don't feel connected to it. Like you're working on autopilot.
Yeah, and that autopilot feeling makes people ask themselves, is something wrong with me? why can't I focus like before?
But usually, nothing is wrong. It's a natural human reaction when your brain repeats the same patterns over and over. It needs stimulation, novelty, or meaning, not endless routine.
Exactly. And sometimes boredom also comes from feeling underused, like you have skills you're not using. It's boring because you know you could do more.
Yes, that's a great point. Underused means your abilities are bigger than your tasks. Your brain wants something that matches your potential, not something that repeats yesterday's checklist.
Yeah, and once you notice these signals, low engagement, restlessness, feeling underused, you can start thinking about real changes instead of just pushing through the boredom.
So the big question is, what can you actually do when your job starts to feel boring? Not quick tricks, real steps that help you feel engaged again.
Yeah. And for me, the first step is simply admitting it to myself. Like, okay, something feels off. I need a change. Just naming the feeling helps.
Yes, that's important. When you acknowledge it, you stop blaming yourself and start looking for solutions. And one useful idea here is micro changes. They're small adjustments you make inside the job, not outside it.
Oh, that's interesting. Micro changes. Like what?
For example, changing how you start your day, reorganizing your tasks, trying a different approach, or learning a new tool. Small things that stimulate your brain and break the routine.
Yeah. Sometimes even moving to a different desk or working in a cafe gives your brain a little spark.
Exactly. Another helpful step is asking for new responsibilities. Not huge ones, just something fresh. Something that makes you feel challenged again.
Yes. When you try something new, your brain wakes up. And new tasks often show your manager that you're ready to grow, which can lead to opportunities you didn't expect.
Right. And there's another phrase we should explain. Learning curve. It means the time when you're learning something new and your brain works harder. During the learning curve, boredom usually disappears.
Absolutely. When you're learning, your brain stays active, and that naturally reduces the feeling of being stuck.
Yeah, and if you really can't change your tasks, you can change how you think about them. For example, setting small goals or challenges for yourself.
That's a great point. Sometimes the work stays the same, but your approach changes, and suddenly it feels lighter, more meaningful, or simply less repetitive.
And honestly, sometimes you just need to talk to someone, a colleague, a friend, a manager. Saying, "I feel bored at work lately," can open the door to new ideas or support.
Yes, boredom grows in silence. But when you talk about it, the pressure becomes smaller and solutions become more visible.
So, yeah, re-engaging with your job isn't about forcing yourself to try harder. It's about refreshing something. Your tasks, your routine, your mindset.
Exactly. Small, intentional steps can bring back that sense of meaning, or at least make the day feel a little more alive.
So, I think that's everything we wanted to touch on today. Nothing too heavy, just an honest conversation about feeling bored at work and what that might mean.
Yeah, and if you recognized any of these signs in yourself, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're unmotivated or careless. It just means your brain is asking for something new.
Exactly. And even understanding that feeling is already a small step forward. Sometimes naming a problem makes it feel smaller.
Yeah, and if this week feels a little flat, maybe try one small change. Not something big, just one tiny shift to break the routine.
Right. Maybe start your morning differently. Learn one new thing or ask someone about a task you've never tried before. Even one little spark can change the tone of your day.
Yeah, and sometimes it's enough just to tell yourself it's okay to feel like this. Because it really is.
All right. I think we're slowly reaching the end here.
Yeah, it feels like a good moment to wrap up. Gently. No big finish, just letting the conversation settle.
Thank you for spending this time with us. It really means a lot. And we hope today's talk made things a little clearer, or at least a little lighter.
Yeah, and if something we said today stays with you, even one sentence, that's already great.
We'll be back soon with another topic. Something about work, something about people, something real. As always.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a gentle week.
And take care of yourself.
Bye for now.
Bye.